Alright. That looks like it should work. There's just one more thing we need to get. There's a radio station southeast of here. We need a vacuum tube, and I'm pretty sure one would be there.
Almost done. Almost outdone, indeed.
Wait. Up ahead. Who is that?
A library with empty shelves and books on the floor. Why, that's a pigsty, and nothing more.
I guess we better talk to him. See if he's going to get in our way.
A nut, perhaps. Perhaps a nut. But more importantly, I am a nut with a job. A nut job.
Oh yeah, this guy's not insane at all. Nope.
Vacuum 2, vacuum 3, vacuum 4.
Or do you have, any idea what that even is? You're in a radio station, after all.
Oh no. No. See, I don't believe in that sort of nonsense. Radios. Gonna put us librarians right out of business, you know? I tossed every bit of that hogwash into a locker. Out of sight, out of mind, out of time. Locked it up tight, too, of course, so the radio waves won't infect my brains, or my books on brains.
We don't have time for games. Just give us the key to the locker.
A key you need's the key indeed.
I don't think we're going to get anywhere with him. Alright. Hopefully this won't be too ridiculous. So, about that key. Do you think you could help us out here?
No, but I simply don't have time, you see. So many books, so little interest in your problem.
Sure is a nice library you've got here. Do you, need some help getting it up and running?
A fellow bookworm, I see. Yes, I could do with a fair bit of assistance. I must make sense of this mess before the grand opening. The people will want books, not messes. And those I need are the most important books of all. The classics. Every one, scattered on the floor in 2s, 3s, and 4s. Just carefully place them on the shelves, and whatever you need will be yours.
Well, I guess we're doing this. Alright, I think that's all of them. This had better be worth it.
Greetings once again. Are the classics back on the shelf right where they belong? Better than Dewey himself. 1 shelf down, 2 to go. 2 shelves down, 3 to go. 4 shelves is madness, and this madness has got to go. Here you are, and off you go. Feeling a bit tired now. Time to rest.
God, you're here.
It would seem you didn't quite make it as far as the ocean after all. Too bad.
No! Get away from me!
You were not given instruction to speak. Were you? I'm afraid your questions will go unanswered, Waster. Because she is a machine, and machines cannot respond to questions which they have not been instructed to answer. I little care to debate the precise definition of machine with you. Indeed, I've heard of your synthetic metal men. They're of no concern to me or my people. This herald was delivered not of metal, but of flesh. Just as you or I, but for a purpose that cannot be explained in these rapidly withering moments of my patience. Not all machines are born of metal and modules. Some, like this wayward herald, are born of flesh, blood, and obedience. And when men march into the fields to match one against the other, I have seen with my own eyes which is the better to have in one's employ. I answer only when addressed by my betters. For now I have come only to reclaim possession of the weapon standing before you, which you unlawfully possess and no doubt irresponsibly command. To try and delay us or complicate my objective would be unwise, as I do not favor your chances of success. We are the Shrike, devourers of the world that was and bringers of the world to come. To know more now would make us enemies, far sooner than the appointed time. Yours is the world of doubts, Waster. Ours is that of order and stricture. Doubt my words if you like, but for your own wretched sake, I hope you can believe your eyes. Herald, lower your weapon. Now, turn around and face the vagrant sitting behind you. That is your target. Now, approach the target. For there can be no growth in the field whose soil runs thick with decay, and neither shall be found a place in the world to come for a man whose blood runs empty of purpose. For his time has ended, and with it,
just turn the page.
him.
Find the hero. If no hero, turn another
Kit,
page. Find the
raise
hero.
your weapon. So tell me, Outlander, does any part of you doubt that when I instruct the weapon standing before me to fire, that it will do anything but comply? Surprising perspective from an Outlander. Indeed, we have tarried too long as it is.
You see, kid, doesn't it feel better to do as instructed? To be instructed? Oh, I'm sure you've been enjoying this little game of yours, but now it's time to come home, don't you think?
What are you doing here?
Your sister is here because that is my will. And having not taken leave of her function, she complied as dictated by her purpose. Perhaps you should meditate upon her example as we journey back to the territories. Perhaps also pray. And if you are yet righteous enough to be heard, then let us hope the priests will remember the considerable investment you represent. And think better of destroying so valuable a weapon. Our time in this rotting shack is concluded, Waster. Stand aside. I suppose you have kept the instrument alive, and in comparatively fair shape. Very well, Outlander. I am prepared to offer you a measure of quittance. A weapon, far finer than anything that could be constructed beyond the walls of my home. And as well a considerable ration of purified water and food I had brought for my wayward Herald, in the event that she had been captured. But since it was the illusion of choice that gave her cause to leave her home and abandon her function, then perhaps the illusion of food and water will quiet her belly when it groans, and her throat when it gasps.
That place. Don't let them take me back there. Please.
I see there is yet much work to do on remembering to only speak when instructed. This work will begin immediately, and for your sake I hope she'll be concluded before we reach the territories. That is beyond not only your concern, but as well as your capacity to understand. You already know more than most beyond our walls are privileged to, Waster. For your sake, I suggest you leave it alone. Hurt her? I see there is yet a great deal you fail to grasp. This child goes where I tell her to go. She does what I tell her to do. And if it should happen that she is hurt, it is because I, her keeper, commanded her to be hurt. No more dithering. Make your choice. I assume someone even of your comprehension can understand that this is a rather generous offer, and that it will not be negotiated. So be it. May your body, as it rots, nourish the soil of the world to come, so that, at least, you will have carried out your purpose.
Heralds, for the Shrike.
Our keeper. Our path through chaos. The homeward star. What will we do now, sister? What will we do?
Please, don't hurt her. She's helpless without Alec. Kat, listen to me very carefully. You don't belong here. Go home. That's all you have to do. You know the way home. I know you do. And I know you can get there on your own. Go west, through Broken Rock. Then keep moving until you see the gates. She'll be alright. Let's just get out of here. It's a long story. For another time, maybe. I'd just like to get this stuff back to Symphony Station. And to check on Agnes. Please.